Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Wentz. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Drops it off to Ajayi. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Right over there. Gone! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a give to Fournette. Muscles him off. Breaks free again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Hot!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Ajayi. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
This complete to Lockett. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ball.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A handoff to Fournette. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Jackson. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They go play action now. Jackson to the right side and complete to Hurst. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Jackson steps away to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are in for 6.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Trey 15! Trey 15!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Wentz throwing on second down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in. Complete. 30, 20, 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 71 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out in the pistol. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Ravens. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And some room to work. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 12 yards and a first down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll run with the former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Fournette. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, they've struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Fournette, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. From the gun, it's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
This is Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. And being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out come the Eagles. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Wentz now on first down. Buying time to his left. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And the Ravens taking the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Patriot!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Watching now, Barney.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Detroit!
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The pitch to Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Fournette. And some strong running. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
Back to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Go, go. 20. Shorty. Shift. 81.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back. 20.
Back to throw. Wentz. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. 20.
To throw is Wentz. It's Kelsey on the ground. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.